Hey everybody, JLV here, and I want to talk to you about Anchor today. Anchor is giving me the platform to talk about my feelings and my thoughts and how I think issues in the world can be solved, and it can do the same for you. Anchor makes it really easy for you to make your podcast. They get your voice out there, they do all the hard lifting. All you have to do is be yourself. So please download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Again, the Anchor app or anchor.fm. If you have thoughts, if you're hearing my voice right now, get off the couch and do it. Come on, you can do this. You can create a podcast. You can get your voice out there. Peace out, people. Hey everybody, JLV here, and thanks for joining me on American Insanity. There's so many religions on this planet because people need religion. Humans need to believe in something to make sense of the world. Maybe the creation and the beginning, to make sense of the world right now. Trials, tribulations, traumas, death, adversity, right? And to feel good about yourself, right? Praise God. You wake up in the morning and pray, or you pray different times throughout the day, or you go to temple, you go to service. There's so many religions in the world, and they all make sense to the people that believe it. It might not make sense to me, or vice versa. My religion, my belief might not make sense to you, but it makes sense to me, right? It makes sense to us. We tell it in a way, we explain it in a way, we believe it in a way that makes sense to us. So it's a very personal, Christians, we would say it's a personal relationship or a personal walk with God, right? Or belief in Jesus, but it's a very personal thing that we believe so much that we're willing to die for it. We're willing to vote the way we think Jesus or God would want us to vote. We're willing to wear it on our sleeve as a badge of honor, right? It identifies us. We're proud of it. We identify with our religion or our belief. If every religion in the world, for example, or let's start with Christianity. I'm a Christian, so we'll start there. If I were to pray to God so that I won't die, that prayer won't be answered. That prayer is impossible to answer. Now, there's a workaround and an explanation for that, right? Christians will explain to you why that is. And there's a workaround. But on the sliding scale, the extreme would be that, right? We've talked to people who called answered prayers, and we talk about prayer. Prayer works. You heard me say prayer. Prayer doesn't work. Prayer works until it works. So on a sliding scale, so then let's say the prayer was like, oh God, don't let me die, right? Or stop death. Well, that won't happen. Then you slide in, maybe you pray, for example, against cancer, or you pray for a parking spot, pray for a job, you pray for a wife or a husband, or a situation to remedy itself. It's a little more doable, right? So you slide the scale maybe to, let's say on the right, the extreme is, hey God, stop death or don't let me die in this world. That's impossible, right? And then you go down the line. There's some other prayers that might be impossible. You get to the point where prayer is possible, right? And that makes you believe, right? You get to the point where you're comfortable with it, where prayer is possible, and then you realize humanity is possible. Life and love are possible. We're possible for each other. I have the answers you need. You have the answers I need. Other people have the solutions to our problems. We can pray all we want. We can ignore each other all we want. Right? But prayer only works until it works.